Oklahoma's best country, KLAW 101. Jerry and Seth, the morning crew. We have got a very special guest in the studio with us. You'll recognize him from our Thursday Unsigned Artist Catch of the Day yesterday. This is Mr. Josh Goodlett. Josh, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me.
The song is Why You Gotta Be That Way. Tell us about the song.
Well, when I got it sent to me, I sat on it for a while because when I got to listening to the lyrics and the way it tells a story that I've never heard on the radio before, but I think can relate to a lot of people.
And I can tell you, when I first time I heard it, it caught my attention. I said, that's a decent song. And then I listened to it a couple more times. And like you're saying, it's a story that hasn't been told. It's got some subtleties to it. So it definitely, you got to listen to a couple times to get the whole meaning behind it.
Yeah, I think so. It took me 2 weeks before I even decided to cut it.
All right. Well, tell us about yourself.
I'm from a small farm town in Kentucky, Taylorsville. I grew up with my uncles and grandpa and everybody tobacco farming and dairy farming. Just learned how to work hard and then moved to southern Indiana with my mom. She remarried, and the guy she remarried was a former Marine. So I kind of got drilled into that as well. So
country music in Indiana doesn't seem like that would be a hotbed.
Actually, it's not too bad. I mean, you know, I live a rock's throw from Louisville, Kentucky.
Okay.
So that's where we play most of our shows when we book in town and around the area. But we've been to Georgia, Chicago. Chicago's got a really cool country scene.
It does. I've been there a few times for shows, and it has an incredible audience there for it. You wouldn't expect it, but they come out in force.
We showed up, and there were probably 600 or 700 people there, and there was a line wrapped around the venue that we were at.
Well, one of the biggest festivals in country music yearly is right there in Chicago, and they get a great turnout every year. You're in the studio working on an album?
Actually, the album is finished except for the exception of one song that me and my guitar player, Matt Mills, wrote. Me and him wrote a song while we've been out on the road, and we're really, really thinking about cutting that song.
And Matt is here in the studio with us. Say hey, Matt.
Hey.
All right.
Thank you.
You moved from Kentucky to Indiana. Country music, was that always where you were heading?
No, I was headed in construction to take over my stepdad's business, and I picked up a guitar and started playing, taught myself how to play, wrote a couple songs, started getting in and out of Nashville, and played a couple shows, ended up opening for Tyler Farr about two and a half years ago. And at that moment, I knew this is what I wanted to do full time.
How old were you when you picked up and started playing?
I was 27.
So you're a little bit of a late bloomer.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing wrong with that. You know, it's just sometimes you find what you want to do late in life.
It took a little while.
Sometimes you just head down a direction to pay the bills and to keep people happy, and then you find what you really love, and, you know, making yourself happy is what's most important.
And that's what it was. You know, I have 5 kids, so it's paying the bills and putting clothes on their back and food on the table was really important. And then finally I got my dad's blessing to just go and play music full time.
So how old are your kids?
My oldest is 14. I started really, really early. I got married right out of high school. So me and my ex-wife had 3 kids. I have custody of my kids. Then now my fiance has 2, and we have 5 in the house.
Blended household.
Yes.
Oh, that's very good. Of course, they're all behind the music, I'm sure.
Every single one of them. My 14-year-old thinks it's the coolest in the world.
Oh, Dad's a rock star.
Mm-hmm. And he uses it to his advantage.
Oh, I'm sure he does. Now, again, the album, you got one song left to go. It's untitled so far. Do you have a release date in mind?
We were thinking September-ish, but now we have pushed that back. I think we're going to go with February or March of next year.
You're out on tour right now?
This is our 4th week on radio tour. From here, I think it's Hugo, Oklahoma.
Okay.
Right?
Not too far from here,
right?
But yeah. Now, have you been playing a lot?
Yeah, we had a pop-up show in Dodge City, Kansas yesterday. So
let's. I'm a firm believer. I think recorded music is great, but I'm a firm believer the true test of an artist is how he does live, how he does acoustically. Is there something else off the project that maybe you think you might want to lay on us right now? There's
a song that I got on the album that I recorded. It's called Not on My Street, and that's actually something we've been throwing up in the air for the title name of the album. So it's about military. So
well, you're definitely in the right town for that. So Josh Goodlett, take it away.
He sits by the window in a wheelchair with a shotgun, watching the evening news every night till he falls asleep. Sometimes I bring his mail in, he offers me a cold one. He's been my neighbor since 1983. He tells me about Vietnam, how he lost his legs one night. He says we've still got some enemies that doubt our will to fight, but not on my street, not while I'm around. Well, they're gonna have to go through me to tear Old Glory down. As long as I've got breath and my one good lung and this gun, son, not on my street. He still prays at the table, even though it's just him now. And those forgotten 10 Commandments are right there on his wall. He puts on his uniform, pins on his Purple Heart, 'cause even in that wheelchair, that old boy's still standing guard. He's a soldier in a foreign land with the same fire in his eyes. He says we've still got some enemies that doubt our will to fight, but not on my street, not while I'm around. Yeah, they're gonna have to go through me to tear Old Glory down. As long as I've got breath and my one good lung and this gun, son, not on my street, not on my street.
Oklahoma's best country, KLAW 101. Guys, that was incredible. Josh Goodlett and Not on My Street. That's going to be on your forthcoming album, soon to be out sometime next year.
Yes, sir.
All right. Possible title track.
I'm hoping so. I really like that song.
That is that's some powerful stuff.
When I first heard it, it blew me away. I was like, I want that song.
That is a great tune. I'm surprised you didn't have to fight a few people over that.
I got lucky. I got blessed. How about that?
There you go.
I'm blessed. I ain't lucky.
Thank you for blessing us with it. Thank you for blessing us with the single Why You Gotta Be That Way. That was our catch of the day yesterday. If you want to check it out, go to our website, KLAW.com. You can check that out along with this interview, which will be up also later today. So thank you very much for coming in. Good luck with the album. Good luck with the tour, and hopefully we'll see you again here real soon.
Well, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you. Once again, Josh Goodlett. The single's called Why You Gotta Be That Way. You can catch it at KLAW.com.